is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Gamecocks offense will have first crack at this one. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is...
Breaks into the open. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Making side adjustments here. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. The hand to the running back. Got a little grass. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Makes the catch. It's Sellers. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Throwing Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Look out, he's got room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Here's Sellers to throw. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And on third down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the 1st down, a new set of downs for this offense.
Handoff for Auguste. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Sellers rushes on him, finds his man. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Here's the heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. So Florida's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And now there's Jarrett Gibson, the former Texas Longhorn. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Jones wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Chunked it away just as he was hit. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
You'd like to see this offensive line do a better job protecting their quarterback when he's in the pocket when they're in these empty sets. It's going to be a lot of man-on, man-up front, and that time the defense won.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move and looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught in the backfield, it's McAllister. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He's going to run it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
Sellers from the gun on third down. He lost one down the sideline. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Throwing Sellers. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They'll drag him down, but that sweet little spin move gives him 9.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Jones to throw. Got the back over the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Gators are flying down the field.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, and maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
On the ground, it's Turner. Maybe some room here. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Run in the red zone, it's Gibson. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Back to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Gators! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical
And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Sellers through the noise. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot downfield and play action.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Jones wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. And it's a sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they want to score.
Takes the handoff. It's McAllister. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. The Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Here's Sellers to throw. Under fire. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward when that ball starts to come loose and pop.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. He'll pull it down. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
Sellers throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he was looking for his main man. He wanted to focus in on him. He wanted to force feed him the football. Nice job by the defense. Great coverage. Great job knocking the ball away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got his man on the outside. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Dumps it off in the flats. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the 1st. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Throwing Sellers. They're working that left side. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the brink. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Jones to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The Gators headed quickly to the line. He'll keep it on 2nd down. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Makes a catch. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tempo in overdrive.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man,
runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown, Gator. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And after this offense is about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
Looking for space. It's McAllister. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Sellers makes the catch. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Quick completion to the right. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throwing Sellers. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's Sellers to throw. Finds his big tight end. And they will score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And they did tack on the extra point.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat.
Snags it, and there's running room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Maybe a crease.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has...
There he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the 1st down.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Creates a little room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big...
Snags it and he's open. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Gators come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Jones wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You know, as a receiver, sometimes you have to have better awareness. You're down here in the end zone. You're on the outside of the field. You got to put your body in a position where you can make that catch, but still keep a foot in bounds and not able to come up with that one.
Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Nothing but green grass down the middle. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position.
It's bad enough on offense to turn it over. It's even worse, though, David, when you let a D lineman flip the field on you. What happened there?
It was great.
Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now on first down from the 28.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down. And
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Jones to throw.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Hauls it in. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Isaiah once again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Sellers. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Jones wants to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. On the ground with the counter. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Last play of the game, they'll try to dress up that final score. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy.
Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. The Tar Heels headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Clemson's offense will go on the attack first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays.
Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
They'll give it to him again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Reynolds. Here comes the heat. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Inside the 35. And they bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
To the ground. He's got it again. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown! This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Got his man in the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
And the Tar Heels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Pulls it and runs it again. There's some room. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Give to the back. Makes a man miss. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get up.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying play action. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Edwards. Rushes on him. And that ball's free behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
To the air, it's Reynolds. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the ball's loose in the backfield. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Woo. Deep breath, right?
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He'll try to do it himself. He hits the slide, and he's converted this fourth down to keep the drive moving.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Clemson set up with another first down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brown.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. They get a few yards there with the slant.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Fires to the tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. To the air, it's Edwards. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Heaves it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got a man. It's Moore. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Makes the grab in their space. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Send the tight end in motion. He'll try the left side. Finding some room. Got enough for the first. And a big... at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Turning it on. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. Timeout called by Clemson as their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
The short hands, it's Brown. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Clemson is quick to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Showing the arm strength to the left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Trying to buy time. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Now the Tigers will spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Right on the money. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's on target and complete. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Checking in with the Tar Heels head coach at the half. They are so frustrated with how they're performing right now. The 3rd quarter has got to be a major turnaround for his team. He said, we've been composed all season, but right now we are not playing our brand of football. Ball security, communication, all been an issue in this hostile environment. He said the change has to happen right now. I'll let you know if they're able to turn things around down here on the sidelines. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Working that left side now. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man, knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that 1st down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They give it to him again. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. While they have a look at the injured player, will take a timeout. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, he's got a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. It's complete on the right side. Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
The run inside. It's Haynes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Haynes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally...
Got a little grass. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Haynes. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The play action fake. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UNC! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that's the kind of play that can win you the game. You're on defense. It looks like the opponent's just going to run it in for an easy...
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to Johnson. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Reynolds. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll take it on the return. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask. Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He'll try to get to the marker himself. And he's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll send the back in motion. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Under fire. Pulls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Snagged out of the air. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Turns it loose deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
They just keep firing. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the counter. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. North Carolina will call it 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. I mean, he's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
Finds a little space. Picks up the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to pass, it's Reynolds. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead. Touchdown, Tar Heels. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. The Tar Heels respond with that score.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
Thanks to grab.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He's loose. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Looking to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Bringing the heat. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they've got the lead in the final minute. The Tar Heels respond with that score.
Man, I love this team's belief in their self. I love the way they responded. Listen, you're playing against a ranked team, a perceived better team. You get down early, but you don't quit, Jesse. You keep fighting. Man, they took the lead in this football game. You talk about heart and belief, they got it.
You're absolutely right, Dave, and that's one of the things this coaching staff is always harping on this team about. You play until there's zeros on the clock. You keep fighting. It doesn't matter how much you get down by. You play the next play, and they slowly but surely have scratched and clawed their way right back into this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And how about the wide receiver coming through in a big moment? We haven't talked about it much. Kind of been a non-factor. Defense has done a great job. This game coming down to the wire, he makes a big play when they really need it.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to throw, it's Reynolds. Oh, they're after him. Here. Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what... You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. To the air, it's Edwards. They're working that left side. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Red pass incomplete. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play. After that last play, there is a Clemson Tiger slow to get up. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in. And he's backed up deep in his own territory. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. The handoff to Johnson. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting it 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second look,
makes the catch and he's free.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The give to the back. Maybe some room here. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
Here's the pressure. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the completion, we see that, wait just a second, they're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play call.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Going to try to get it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets... Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. And the Tar Heels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Clemson Tigers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the give off the left side. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. The Tar Heels ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Clemson's offense who will have the football first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free. It
Might have a chance. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Over the middle, complete to Wesco. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to Johnson. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab and room to run. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running inside, it's Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to impose their will with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The handoff to Johnson. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
And this offense, I don't think this is...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Touchdown, Tiger! This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now they'll run it to the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for it.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns. Because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Reynolds. Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Rides the option, he keeps it. There's a ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on FK if they can stop him on third down. Oh, he makes the catch. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Makes a move. And there he goes. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. And it's in.
Ready. Red 80. Red 80. Hot. Here we go. Ready. Blue 22. Hot. Ready. Let's go. Blue 30. Blue 30. Hot. Blue 85! Go! But hard! Down! Ready! White, set hard! Ready! White 80! White 80! Here we go. Ready. Red 50. Red 54! Hot! Ready! Black 18! Black 18! Shift! Hot! Black 14! Black 14! Hot! Down! Ready! Set hot! Ready! Blue 20! Hot! Blue 30! Blue 30! Ready. Blue 85, red 25. Here we go. Ready. What? Put on. Ready. White 80. White 80. Move. Put on hot. Ready? Red 54! Red 54! Put on! Ready, ready! Black 18! Black 18! Put on! Now, ready? Black 14! Black 14! Go! Hut! Now, ready? Red 80! Red 80! Shift! Red 20! Hut! Good job, Lee! Good job! Here we go! Ready! Hut! 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 Ready! Blues with hut! Hut! Ready! Blue the hut! Now, ready? Blue 85! Blue 85! Put hot! Ready, ready! White 29! White 29! Put hot! Now, ready? Move! Now, ready? White 80! White 80! Red 25! Here we go! Ready? Red 18! Put on! Hut! Ready? Red 54! Red 54! Put on hut! Ready! Black and go! Put on! Now, ready? Black, move! Put on! Ready, ready! Red 80! Red 80! Set hot! Now! Go! Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22.